Bosley, Mo Salah, Florian Wirtz, Cody Gakpo, Hugo Ekitike, Virgil van Dijk and many more.
In the under-21, some young guys that are playing their first minutes in Liverpool's first team, and the mouth-watering. The amount of games now that the season is ramping up, obviously Champions League around the corner, the Southampton.
Appearances. The others are regulars at under 19 and under 21 level, looking for a chance to prove themselves. Winner against Liverpool last month gets his first start of this season with Jean-Philippe Mateta dropping to the bench. Mitchell. So, a big night for Freddie Woodman, a free transfer from Preston. A boyhood Palace fan, he was no VAR at this stage of the Carabao Cup. Of their last 5. The convincing win over Frankfurt shows the wheels haven't come off completely, but Arne Slot admitted at the weekend they haven't found an answer to the style of play they're increasingly coming up against, one which
The disappointment, I think, overridden by just how far they've come across the last couple of years to be.
Loose one from Robertson, who uses experience to get out of trouble. Palace's run, amazing 19 game on. And he gets it back, runs into Craig Pawson, which just took the fizz out of it a little bit. And let's see how do approach in terms of attacking. Morrison, and when he was released from Manchester United, Endo with the little ball forward. He will give Liverpool a bit of adaptability in there. He's played centre-half, he's played that holding midfield role. He can step in and play passes, and Palace have had to put it out for comfortably by Sarr. Turn straight back in, but only into the arms of Benitez, a hugely experienced. It will be interesting to see who has much more of the ball. This is Anfield and this is Liverpool, but it is not the Liverpool shoes who's shaking it off and is back on and pops it forward down the middle. Looking for Munoz.
Mitchell's solidity, I suppose, the opposite wing back. So look out, even in the absence of Mitchell tonight, for those crossfield. A pattern that works time and time again for Palace.
Here is Ramsey, who pops it into the... Only recently 17. Kirk is still very, very young. Mark for Chelsea away at Molineux. 1 goal to the good on 5 minutes. Here is N'Gamoa. Let's look to come forward. Liverpool have robbed it back, and then they'll look to break quickly with N'Gamoa. For a moment he had a side of goal, and then he hit it. That was a good shooting chance early on. Kirkes to put it in early, and he has done for Morrison, who's just got in front of Gay.
Yeah, good ball in. Just key. That's the reality, and it looks like maybe 1 or 2 surprises that Liverpool have sprung.
He actually did say. Well, they actually have tried to change it up, and they've started with the real exuberance at the moment. McAllister one. Not yet got a goal this season, though. Robertson can look long, and N'Gamoa will chase, though. That was just too far ahead of Nioni, and Palace can now counter. And this is where they can be. The Riches and N'Gamoa. And Liverpool have defended it well, but his pass is a little wayward. Off Sosa.
Gay stepping out with the ball. Very accomplished with the ball at his feet. And finding Pino delivery. It was easy for Liverpool to clear at the near post.
Here they go again. And that's McAllister bringing Sarr down. And some referees would go for the pocket with that one. Who does have a decent left foot. Is the man to address the ball and fire it to the far post. And it's nodded down to Daichi Kamada. Big night for many, including the third round. The Eagles in the Championship at that time, winning at Selhurst Park. For Nketiah, just ran into Endo, and now Gomez can bring it away. Didn't quite find the space to turn it. McAllister has hit Kamada.
Kirkes.
Robertson well forward when Liverpool have the ball. McAllister has to be the conductor. Interesting scoreline coming out of South Wales. Gonzalo Franco has scored early on for Swansea. In there.
Almost as if Kirkes has just positioned himself when they're in possession, kind of one of those advanced 8s. With McAllister, as you say, the one.
An England under-19 international.
N'Gamoa to be positive, to go 1v1, and he starts it well wide of the target, but swinging it.
little block to ease it back to Freddie Woodman. Right-hand side. One for Crystal Palace. Almost 20 minutes in already. Borna Sosa feeling patrol that one well. The ball's on again. Chiesa down the middle and Gamoa here. Liverpool have slowed it down instead.
Quality in either foot, really. Once it got sat and he bypassed the Crystal Palace right side.
Made his debut against Millwall in the previous round. There is Munoz. Munoz is back on now. It would have been there, plugging the gap. To return the ball to Eddie Nketiah. McAllister and Ione. Pino has found space. Up against Gomez, who gets the block, but Yeremy Pino has it again. He's trying to find Will Hughes, who he does.
Pino's best bit of involvement, maybe. It's a good pick out, this one, and Hughes on his left foot, always going to be confident.
In terms of possession, though, it hasn't been the regular split you'd see with a lovely little touch to bring it down out of the sky and swivel away from Ione. There's the cross into Sarr. Report here, Morrison looking to cut it in. Well, they found them well when there has been space. Here's Munoz being very positive, springing forward. Had things gone Liverpool's way in the summer. Here's Sosa. Gomez had to watch the bound here for Nketiah to get the ball, and get it he does. Laid back for the Japanese international. There's the
pitch. In that, he's having to go wide and run the channels. Sarr recognises that, gets himself into a centre-forward position and...
Perfect, and Joachim Andersen left the club. There's a lovely little slide rule. Oh, Nketiah's touch. 15, and Galatasaray 2, and Palace. And Sarr, here, scored on 9 minutes. There's no foul there. Kokes with the clearance. It's ricocheted nicely for Nketiah here. He doesn't have anybody to aim for at them.
Against Cambo, just can't quite get released there, but certainly something they're looking to utilise.
That's driven in towards Munoz and snapped up by Sarr. And just like that, in 2 quick passes, Crystal Palace have the lead. Ismaila Sarr does it against Liverpool once again. And as soon as they up the tempo, they found the breakthrough.
Lack of intensity from Liverpool, really. Nobody coming towards the ball. Fortunate ricochet off Gomez. Really forceful run, you've got to say, from Munoz in off the right-hand side. And nobody really went and closed the ball initially. Yeah, credit Munoz for his little dart.
Then Palace on the break. Sarr goes one way, and Nketiah probably holds on to it too long, and then goes down.
It had to slip in Sarr to his right, and once he'd done that, Ramsey did well, but it's a little clumsy. Maybe had a little swing at him there.
Really, in the last 15 minutes or so. Moved on quickly again. Pino, or clever reverse ball. Sarr is all the way through. It's another. The defenders in, popped it the other way, and suddenly Liverpool are in real trouble.